Hi everyone, we are back again at Candy Times, and today it's a very special segment. We are very proud and nervous to have the youngest scientist, scuba diver and a researcher among us. I'm pretty sure some of you all haven't heard of her, but we were privileged to know Alosha Samararachi through another program that we did, and we have got to know her, and she's here with us. We are very proud, and we feel very prestige to know you and for you to be here with us at Candy Time. So welcome, Alosha.
Yes, hello.
Hi. So Alosha, it has been it has been a great deal for me to study your profile, and I had to do a lot of research to know what the things that you have done. You have achieved some of the things that I don't think even an adult sometimes in their whole lifetime would achieve. So you have been a speaker on TEDx and any various platforms, even for the Ocean Day in IUCN. Yes. And you are a marine biologist as well as you study astrobiology.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you are a scuba diver, which I would love to do but never has got myself to do it. And you are a youth advocate and a global representative of Manta Trust and many other trusts like that. So tell me a little about you, like when you started, how old you are now, and which school you go to, things like that.
So I started liking marine biology when I was about 6 years old. Before that, I actually wanted to be an astronaut because, almost every kid has that dream to go into space and see different planets. But then I gradually became interested in marine biology because what's there not to be interested about? It's just so fascinating to see how these creatures, how they move, how they act, and how they behave. And so I got interested, and so I had my channel when I was that small. So first it just became all about biology and everything, but then slowly it just started to become only about marine biology. It just shifted into that, and so the main reason I turned into marine biology because it was just interesting. So now I am going to be 14 years old next Friday. And so I can't believe how far I've come from that small girl that I used to be, that just,
Yeah, totally understood. And it's amazing. You astound me because at 6 years old, I was just playing with stones and stuff like that. And you said you were doing a channel. What is this channel about?
So this channel, it's called My Kids Lab. And I made it when I was really small, like I mentioned earlier. And it mainly, like I said again also, it mainly has about marine biology and creatures and places I've been, like my first dive, and interviews with other scientists, which I do a lot. And it is quite interesting to learn about their experiences and what they study about. And also, like I said earlier, when I was small, I used to just talk about the things in biology that you might learn in grade 9 now, about how the cell works, the mitochondria, plant cells, like that. So that's basically my channel, and I mainly have that channel to advocate to different people. And I also have a podcast which is in both English and Sinhala. So the Sinhala one is to reach out to the local people because most of them don't know English. And so basically it's just to advocate for what's happening and how to love and appreciate the ocean. So that's basically what my channel and my podcast is about.
Right. You said you started diving at a very young age. When was this?
Well, it wasn't that long ago. It was 3 years ago. And it was very exciting to go on my first dive. So it was the most memorable experience I had with the ocean. So first we started off with getting an introduction to all of the tools and what we're going to use, the oxygen tanks and everything. So that was also, but it was a little hard for me to memorize most of these. So then we went to the shallow part to like test how we're going to dive. And so yes, and then finally we went to go to a little bit like a deep end, about 6 meters depth, and so we had to go back. We had to fall backwards, and it was kind of scary but like fun at the same time. Me and my brother had to do it together. So my brother went first, and then I went because I was a little nervous as seeing it was my first dive. But then it was so beautiful, even though there wasn't that much to see. It was like so amazing just to be fully submerged under the water without the noises of the cars and the birds coming towards your ears, and it was just a lovely experience, and I can still remember it. So, and when our oxygen tanks were getting low, I didn't want to get out, and I kept diving down, but since it was quite light, I kept floating back up to the surface.
Listening to you now, I feel I was with you diving, because it seems very interesting, and now I have a ambition to do it as well. So how did, like if I say, like you have done a lot of studies like marine biology, astrobiology. Yeah. Where did you find the resources to do these things?
Yeah, so basically most of it was from the internet, of course, because it has like everything in the world. And so when I was like scrolling to LinkedIn, there was all of these different universities, and I was like, I wonder if they have some courses that I can do. That was not the exact thought, but like that was what I was thinking at the moment. So yeah, I gradually found all of these resources and these links by just going to one course. And there's, in like a YouTube video, there's like other different links to watch, and it was like that. So yeah, I gradually became more and more exposed by just doing a couple of them.
So you get a lot of recommendations once you complete one, yes?
Yeah.
So what are the resources? Like now we hear a lot of adults telling you have to read books, you have to study hard. What are the main resources you found useful for this kind of study?
So mainly the most useful things are the internet and books, so I love reading. So I have a whole shelf of encyclopedias and storybooks. So books are like a great way to keep your information grounded and close to you when you like need it, like a pocket field guide. So, but the internet is like more easier to access, and you don't have to go to a bookshop. So I'm not telling you to not invest in books or the internet. I'm just telling you what's more useful.
Yes.
So both of them are also useful. They just have their own conveniences. Mm-hmm. Like when you have a power cut and you want to read something or like find something out, you can grab an encyclopedia and you can just search. And it's just fun to just search through a rainy day and read a book. You get what that feels. It's just very cozy.
Yes.
And the internet, you can like get connections to people. Like because of the internet, I reached out to some people and got interviews with them, such scientists like Vanessa Rizzi and Tasha DeVos. So yeah, so these are like the most important tools. And another important thing is like connecting with people. You can get more information from them that you can't find, like experiences, for example. So they can tell you, if you do this and this, like this won't happen. They can like explain and describe what's going on like you're actually there. I guess you can do that by like envisioning it, reading and just watching videos. But it's interesting to hear how another person perceives it and experiences it.
Exactly. You were saying that you reached out to people, like Asha DeVos, like everybody knows in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So was it easy to reach out to them? Were they were people forthcoming? Were they helpful? Or did you have to find it difficult to reach out to them? How was it?
So it was difficult to get in reach with these people because they have like so many contacts and they're so busy all the time, volunteering for these things, going on lectures and teaching other people, whatsoever. And so it was a little hard to get in contact with Asha Divorce because she has such a busy schedule, but we managed to do it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record the interview. So it was
So it's both ways,
Yeah.
yes? It's like it's difficult and then
Yeah.
sometimes it's easy as well,
Yeah.
but if you keep continuing
keep
to
persisting,
yes.
and
Have you reached international people as well, like
Yes.
researchers and things like that?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's the same process that
Yeah,
you
it's
had
the
to
same
go
process.
through. Yes, and then like I said, you are a speaker on TEDx and
Yeah.
you have been a speaker on Ocean Day and things like that.
Yes.
How were you able to be part of those platforms?
So basically, I didn't get in touch with them, but they reached out to me because like I have a lot of things
That you
like
go on.
recommendations and like courses. So like it was a really fun experience to actually go in front of people and talk instead of recording a video and posting it online. So I really love public speaking, and I'm in the Gavel Club at my school, Hillwood College, and the Nature Club there. So yeah, so basically they reached out to me.
You said that you are part of societies in your school as
Yes.
well. Now, when I look at your profile, I see that you have studied a vast area, you have a vast knowledge. How does school feel to you? Because my first question when I saw your profile was, how does she feel after studying so much? How does she feel to go and study the 3 times table or 2 times table? How does that feel? So how does school feel to you?
So school is I gotta admit it's kind of hard because like to keep up with all the marine biology and these subjects, but I managed somehow. Then that's mostly because of the help of my parents, because they helped me manage the marine biology and school at the same time. So I guess I'll have to focus a little bit more on school because I have like exams and all these projects and everything. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let go of marine biology and not like focus on it. So school is, I don't know how to say it, but it's fun. It's mostly fun, and yeah, it's annoying when the teachers like scold you for not doing a little bit of homework or like being late to class. But so school is just a fun experience, and I feel like it's actually like one of the most important things that we need, education. So because of school, I have so many friends, and yeah, so
school has been like for any other child, yes?
Yeah.
So when you have to do homework, you get annoyed.
Yes.
And study and exams are hard, those things like that. So how has been the support from your friends? How do they look at you, and being a marine biologist, having so much of knowledge and doing so many things? How do they react to you?
So they are the best friends I could ask for, and they're like really supportive, and they like tell their parents and their other friends about this. Hey, you gotta check out my friend's channel. She's so good at this. So, and I really appreciate the support from my friends and my family. So it's been like very supporting to me through this journey, and I'm very grateful for my friends and my family.
Okay, you said that your family and your friends supported. So, like if I be specific, who are your biggest supporters?
So my biggest supporters are my parents. So especially my father, because he helps me edit my videos and like make like posters about the new webinars that are going to be coming up. And so yeah, they're my biggest supporters, and second on the list are going to be my friends. So yeah, so my parents are my biggest supporters, just to put it simply.
Yes. So what are the challenges that you have faced? Like now you are very young, you're just 14 years old, but you started this when you were 6 years old. We have a saying sometimes in our culture, children have to be seen but not heard.
Yeah.
So when you are so smart, you cannot just be seen, but you have to be heard as well, yes? So how has that been, like the community or your elders approach to you? Have they called you, like sometimes when children are too smart and we don't know something, we try to brush them off by saying, oh, you're pandita, so keep quiet, that kind of thing. So has that happened to you?
Yeah, actually that has happened, because when I was small, I used to be like, I'm still am interested, and I'm like really interested in these things. Then I learn some new things, and then I go tell them my teacher the first 10 elements of the periodic table. So I go to my teacher and I tell her, teacher, do you know the first 10 elements of the periodic table? And she's like, I'm going to teach a lesson now, so go sit down, you can tell me later. And then, so as a small child, that made me kind of sad.
I think that is the case, especially sometimes, especially in Sri Lanka, but in other countries too. Like adults are scared of what they don't know. So the only way they know to brush that thing off is by avoiding it. Like they are not curious, they don't want to know what's happening. So how have you been able to overcome that? Like you yourself said that you felt sad when that happened, and in another instant that would have made a child to give up, but you haven't given up. So what did you do to not give up and to move forward?
So I never even thought about giving up, because why would like a comment of just one teacher influence what I'm going to do in the future? Why would that influence me? So I just kept going forward because of the passion I have for this subject, and because I love this subject, because I won't do anything to just put that subject down and replace it with something new. So basically it's just passion that keeps me going.
So Alosha, I think you are giving a very strong message. Love what you do. Yes. So I think a lot of the successful people in this world, that is what they say. Love what you do, and then you do a lot of work. So Alosha, lastly I would like to ask you, before that, I would like to say that we would like to continue this conversation and have you come on board with us to talk about different subjects and give awareness as well. So what do you want to do when you grow up?
It might be obvious, but obviously become a marine biologist. So it's been one of my dreams since childhood, since 6 years old, when I got into this marine biology, to like get a PhD and to be able to like go to different schools and universities to tell these kids about how to like protect the ocean, how to care just a little bit more, how to like preserve it for like the generations. So that's what I want to do. I want to help us overcome this huge crisis that's going on with our earth and our oceans today.
Exactly. So Alosha, the other thing I wanted to ask you was, like, why would you be a marine biologist? What can you do now you brought it out as huge crisis. So what is the benefit of you studying or you being a marine biologist, the benefit for the country? Because our country is surrounded by the ocean, we are an island.
Yes.
So how can you support?
So we will get some things clear first. So Sri Lanka is the 4th country to release the most plastic into the ocean, which is such a shocking fact. I couldn't even believe it when I first heard of it. It's so unbelievable. So these people, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what impact. So the local people, like the people that are in rural areas, they don't know, they don't have like any connections, and they don't know what's going on. No offense to all the people there, but so they do these things without knowing, and so that implies to all the other people as well. So because this message isn't that brought out in this country, because there's not many people supporting this, what this crisis is and what's going on. No offense to all the people out there, but most of them, they just care about their own needs and what they want at what's at the moment. They don't give a time to look at the future and to think, what would happen if I did this, if I did that? No. Even today, while I was walking on the road in the bus, I saw people just throwing plastic into the rivers, the streams nearby, not even giving it a second thought. And these people, they just don't know what's going on. So being a young person, it helps to like influence other people, even though they might not listen to you at times. You just have to keep trying until they actually do. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spread awareness. So to like, even though one person doesn't listen, even though majority of people doesn't listen to me, there might be at least one person, and I have to think about and just keep going forward, because there might be more people who want to listen, who want to care, who don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a great message, Alosha. That is like one step at a time, and change one person at a time. Yes? Yeah, that's a very strong message. And I'm pretty sure what you're trying to say is that by throwing garbage, it's not only harming the animals, but it will eventually harm us as well. Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't think about the bigger picture. We think about that moment, and we just throw it, and then that's the end of it. Yes. So Alosha, any message to youngsters of your age, like who wants to study something like this? Any message to them?
So, so there are many resources that you can access easily, like the internet, and so there are books, there are resources everywhere. That's how I learned. That's how I'm in this position today. How I learned so much, and it's just, you just have to have a passion for it. And if you really want, you can just reach out to people that are willing to help you at any given moment. There are so many people that are willing to support anyone, but the big problem we have in this country is that they don't support the young children, but that is not a reason why you should stop. Even you need to still keep finding opportunities on how to, you need to reach out to people. And even though they don't hand out the opportunities to you, you need to grasp for it. You need to ask them, can you give me this chance? I want to be part of this. You get what I mean?
Yeah, yes. Exactly. So what you're trying to actually say is that don't wait till opportunity comes to you, go to the opportunity. Yes?
Yes.
Knock on doors, open as many doors as you can. Alosha, it has been a real pride and honor to have been able to interview you and to get to know you actually, and it has been inspiring other than marine biology as well, because you have given ideas, you have given points for anybody to use in their own life.
Yes.
Like where you can change one person at a time, never give up, never listen to anybody complaining about you or the things that one person says about you. If you are passionate about what you do, just go ahead, bulldoze over and do what you have to do. Yes? So that has been wonderful talking to you, and that coming from a 14-year-old girl is amazing. But right now I would also like to bring in your family. To the audience, I would like to say how I met Alosha was when we went to Kandy to volunteer to clean Kandy after the exposure of the tooth relic. And there we met Alosha's father and his younger brother, who was 13 years old. And if you have watched our videos, we'll know Shane.